what's some of the most successful people online who market and film YouTube ads and sell their expertise online? What do you notice patterns of success that they have versus people who fail?
Said I had the unfair advantage of being mentored by Dean, one of the best to ever sell direct to camera in history. I got the shortcut to success on how to win YouTube ads, right? And Dean focus on getting as many ads up as possible to start split testing and just doing it, right? Because the biggest thing that stops people is like they think they have to have the best quality camera. They think they have to have, all this production equipment, when in reality, you just have to be able to deliver your message in a clear, concise format, the hook, story, close method, to be able to talk to your ideal customer. So whether it's on an iPhone or an actual good quality camera, it doesn't really matter. The point is just to get your script down at the very least to talk to that person, and it'll out-convert anything more than half the time. Yeah.
I love that, man. And you brought up a really great point about, just start filming stuff, because like anything, if you want to turn your passion into a profession, you want to get paid to play, right? You want to make money doing what you love, whether you're a coach, consultant, teacher, whatever it is, the expertise you're trying to teach in the world. It's like, unless you're resilient enough to actually have the stamina to find your customers, find your voice, find your messaging, you'll never find them, right? And if you don't have the courage to be resilient enough to find them, right? If you don't have the courage to find them, well, they're not going to have the courage to pay you. So that's a lot of people will they want to guarantee, right? Like, well, hey, I want a guaranteed ROI on every dollar. I want a guaranteed ROI on video, but advertising doesn't work that way, right? Like sometimes you got to throw spaghetti at the wall. Now, obviously you want it to be strategic spaghetti, right?
Yeah.
But it's not always going to work. But hey, all it takes, I'm sure you've worked with Dean, where, can you give an example, for example, of like how many videos he's filmed, and maybe most of them didn't do well, but 2 or 3 of them could have made tens of millions of dollars?
So
talk to us about how resilient Dean is and what some of the most successful people online who market and film YouTube ads and sell their expertise online. What do you notice patterns of success that they have versus people who fail? What are the common denominators?
Great question. So that's a great question, because Dean is the perfect example. So like I said, I had the unfair advantage of being mentored by Dean, one of the best to ever sell direct to camera in history. And so I got the shortcut to success on how to win YouTube ads, right? And Dean, I'll give one example. So one offer that he ran, and you guys have probably seen this offer about 2 years ago, which is the Millionaire Success Habits book offer, right? His book, Millionaire Success Habits, was everywhere. You couldn't watch YouTube without seeing a Millionaire Success Habits ad from Dean. And I was the one running all those YouTube ads. And for that specific book alone, he filmed over 112 videos for that one book, 112 different video advertisements for that one book. And out of those 112 different video advertisements, there were probably 10 that spent the most amount of money. So it was a 1-to-10 ratio. If you just want to boil it down to a very simple recipe, 1 out of 10 were just winners. They just crushed, like they were just getting sales and sales and sales every single day. They would just spend for months. They would last for like a year on end. But he filmed over 112 video ads. And that just shows you 9 out of 10 of them were just duds. They weren't duds. They just didn't work as well as those 1 out of 10, right? So if that's not an indicator of how many video ads you need to film to get your product and service to generate over, millions and millions of dollars, right? Which I was able to earn my 2 Comma Club award from that funnel, right? So that's just proof in the pudding. Like, you got to be able to film different videos over and over and over, and just put in the reps. It's all about the reps. So 112 videos, I think it was 100 and more like 18 at this point now. And only about 10 of them were the ones that took off and you guys saw all over the internet.
That's so funny, because Dean, we've had Dean on the show twice now, and he talked to me about this concept of marketing stamina. And basically saying that the reason most people fail is because they'll film like 1 or 2 or 3 because it's like scary, and then it doesn't work, and they'll film like 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. But like you're saying, like if you do the math, it was 1 out of 10. And to be honest, it might not even have been in that perfect order. Like, it wasn't like every 10 he guaranteed he got 1. He could have been like 30 in to get his first 3, right? It's not like every 10. And most people don't have that sense of marketing stamina. And part of being successful in anything is having that resilience.
Hey you, I hope you're enjoying this interview, and we'll get back to it in 1 second, but I have a quick question for you. Have you ever watched one of these interviews and you're just thinking, man, it would be so insane to be able to share my story and inspire the world all while growing my personal brand? Well, now you can, and it's as simple as clicking on that link below and filling out that short questionnaire. If our team feels that you are a great fit for the show, who knows? You may get that call to be interviewed on Zoom or in person and become a passionate few. That's all for now. Now back to the interview.
I mean, hey, what are patterns you notice in terms of people who fail or end up giving up? Because I'm sure you've had people who come to you, and I know you're super selective at this point with people who work with you. Obviously, you work with real winners in business and help them drive results. That's why you're trusted by the likes of Dean and Tony. And we'll put all your info. If people are interested in getting in touch or have any questions, you guys can reach out to Brian below. But, you know, what are some common denominators you notice of people who end up stuck, or they run ads and they stop, or they start and then they stop? I mean, what have you noticed that doesn't work? What's the losing formula? Now that you just told us the winning formula.
Yeah, so the losing formula, and this is actually a formula that I've had to dial in my advertising firm with YouTube ads, because I've learned the patterns of what doesn't work when it comes to being successful with YouTube ads. And what doesn't work is when you're someone who wants to just spend a few $100s, maybe even $1,000, right? Maybe film 3 video ads, and then when you either don't make all your money back that you spend, you say, okay, well, YouTube ads doesn't work. And you maybe tested ads for a month, right? And you spend $1,000, you film 3 video ads, but in that time, you just basically wanted a quick win. And when you didn't get that quick win, you gave up. And so the clients I've had in the past that have been successful were the ones that were willing to put in the videos, to film more videos, not only to film the video ads with my guidance and help on what was working from the data and what wasn't, but also to be able to optimize their sales funnel, to be able to tweak their sales copy on their pages, to be able to change things on the actual pages and the funnel and the sales process that maybe weren't converting as well. Because at the end of the day, the way advertising works, and you know this better than anybody, is like you spend money, right, to get traffic to your pages. I can help you by I'm the fuel, right? I'm the guy that provides you the fuel to your logs. But if your logs aren't catching, that's something that needs to be worked on the back end, on your end, on your team's end, to be able to figure out why these people are landing on your pages, but they're not converting. Because the advertisements are just one very, very, like, probably 20% of the equation. 80% of the equation is the messaging, the sales pages, the funnel. You know, is it a new and unique opportunity? Is it a page that your ideal customer would actually convert on?
Hey you, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to smash that subscribe button right now. And also, if you're an epic entrepreneur, thought leader, expert, and you want to be interviewed on the show, the same way we've interviewed over $10 billion worth of entrepreneurs and reached millions of people, then all you have to do is click the link below right now and fill out the questionnaire to see if you'd be a good fit to be interviewed on The Passionate Few. And also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click any of these videos as well. If you thought this video is epic, these videos will blow your mind. Until next time, live strong, live with passion, and thank you for being one of the passionate few. I'll see you in the next video.